Yo, welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex. The podcast with men that have a safe space. We on all platforms. You need to tune in, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Welcome to Mel D, the podcast with men that have a safe space. Welcome to Mel D. Welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex.
One, two,
I'm
one,
on.
two.
We own.
I'm on, dog. Hey, yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Melly Mel, a.k.a. Melly Badass, a.k.a. Meek Mel, a.k.a. your favorite truth teller, a.k.a. if you don't want to know, don't ask me.
Roy, your neighborhood hope dealer. Let me say it one more time because my microphone messed up. It's your boy T. Roy, your neighborhood hope dealer. If you need some hope, I got something you can borrow. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow.
What it do, though? It's your boy, Dr. Life Coach Lace, a.k.a. I'm him, a.k.a. NBA old boy, a.k.a. the menace, no relation to Dennis.
Let's get it.
I feel like you and Dennis might be twins.
Twins.
Why you
for
say
real.
that?
Quite honest
Definitely a
with you.
menace.
Because you going to hit me up on the way down here. It's like, hey, Dot, you make moves yet? I know how you do.
I do. I know how
Let me tell
you
y'all
do.
this right now. Don't do one thing one time and mess up on something because
in front of your friends.
and because you're known for that for the rest of your
Absolutely.
life.
That's how black people do.
That's
That's
how
how
we
black
do.
people
Yeah.
do. So now I'm the late person
For sure.
because I was late one good time.
Right?
One good time, and because I had woke up late.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a bad night before.
Okay.
And so now I'm that person.
I'm just
And I
checking-
had-
see, this is the problem with people like you. And we just gonna get into it because at the end of the day, I'm just checking in on you, making sure you good, but you taking it as I'm coming at you. I'm just making sure you up and at them, bro.
Coming at you is a crazy phrase, by
How?
the way. Never stop to think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the barrage
It was one message. I said, Dot, you in motion. That's all I said.
And he responded back quick.
Yeah.
I just want to say that. See, this is why I feel like bullying is very important to society.
Yeah.
Okay? Because had we not bullied you into being late or feeling like you late all the time, you wouldn't have been early today.
Accountability.
No, that is true.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm
That is
saying.
true.
It's all
So
about-
bullying
you
can
gotta
help
shift
reshape
your-
behavior. You
You
know what
gotta
I'm
shift
saying?
your perspective.
Sometimes you need it.
Let's
You gotta
not talk
shift your
about
perspective.
accountability because I'm gonna get upset. to be quite honest with you. Because accountability is not a thing anymore, bro.
Oh, I agree with that.
Cats do
That's
not
true.
I agree
want
with
to
that.
take responsibility.
Yeah.
Because the moment that you take responsibility, I feel like in some situations, people don't want to take responsibility because they feel as though the moment that they take ownership, that they are going to be ridiculed and blamed and stuff like that. It's like, no, it's like something happened.
Mm-hmm.
You were the cause. Let's keep it pushing.
Right. But even in that, you can still be to blame and
Yes.
be held accountable.
And be
Like,
ridiculed.
It can be your fault.
It's your fault.
Right. So
Own that.
yeah.
Accept it.
Own
I
it.
think that people are just afraid of the ownership
Right.
of accountability. That's connected to accountability because a lot of people are very concerned with how others perceive them.
Yeah.
So then when it comes to taking ownership and being in a situation where it's like people could judge me negatively
Mhm.
or, make fun of me or this could linger or whatever, it's just easier to avoid accountability because you
Yeah.
don't want to have to sit in it. So I think it's more about that than anything else.
But my thing is, what has been done to you to make you afraid of that? And what have I done to put you in a position where you don't want to take accountability?
I don't think it's a you thing. I think it's how people take on what accountability looks like because nobody wants to be viewed differently than how they view themselves because you see yourself first compared to how other people see you. So when you take on all that extra stuff, you looking at factors that are irrelevant to the root cause. And if you messed up or whatever, you messed up. Just say, look, I messed up. Now if somebody
keep it
treats you
pushing.
different or whatever, then that is their right to do that.
Right.
Or they already see themselves and they don't want you to shine a light on what they already feel
Right.
insecure about
Right.
too.
Say more about that.
What I'm just saying. So if I because I carry me all day, you know what I'm saying, just like the rest of y'all. So if I got some stuff about me that I know is less than desirable, or I'm not confident about it, or I don't want to be judged about it, the last thing I want is to walk around with this internally, and then someone see me, or I feel like they see the real me, the one that I carry around,
Yeah.
and shining a light on it in front of everybody.
Mhm.
I don't want that. It ain't necessarily about what you done. Sometimes I've seen what's happened to other people. Then I'm like, if they gonna do him like that, I don't know. I don't want
Yeah.
to see what the hell they gonna do to me.
Right, right,
So
right.
I don't want to be nowhere near that. So I'm not gonna take on this, whole accountability conversation or whatever to take ownership.
My is there a possibility to take accountability too quickly? because the reason why I ask is because the way that how I take responsibility is way different from other people. Should I be more cautious in taking accountability?
Are you taking accountability for something
Like
that don't belong to you?
Yeah, like that is a possibility.
Mhm.
And so I'm curious to know, like, should I push back sometimes when it comes to accountability?
Well, how can you be held accountable for something that don't pertain to you?
Yeah.
You seem like the type to take accountability for like the whole team. Like
Right. No, you're right.
We messed up. It was me.
We messed up. Yes.
So I think that's different than personal ownership of a
Yes,
thing that
100%.
you directly impacted compared to being the voice for the whole crowd and you taking that on.
100%.
You're 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you why. There was an instance when I was 16 years old. Me, my brother, and my cousin. We,
Smoking dope, doing something like y'all normally do. I mean,
all Troy stories involve dope.
Dope, right? Like,
Let's clarify what dope is, though. It was green, not white. Let's go ahead and put that on out
No,
there.
the white is smack.
right. Booger sugar.
So we at the crib, irresponsible 16-year-old. You're dumb. We're so dumb at 16. Anyway, we're in the back of the house smoking. My brother's dad comes home
Mm-hmm.
and was like, well, why does it smell like outdoors inside?
Mm-hmm.
And we was like, we don't know what you're talking about. It's like, yeah, you do. You all smell like green. And I was like, listen, it wasn't my brother. It was me and my cousin. And my cousin looked at me as like, no. Yes. If somebody gonna take blame, all of us gonna take
Right.
blame, not just me and you. And I was like, in that moment, you right. I do take blame. But you gotta be mindful. I've been like the leader. I've been the captain of I've been a captain of football teams. I've been the leader of my department. So I have to be willing to take responsibility.
Right, but it's also time, place, and manner.
Even when it's not my fault. If it's my coordinator's fault, I gotta take that hit. You know what I'm
Are
saying?
you responsible
Right.
for your coordinator?
I am responsible for my coordinator.
Like they report to you.
Yes.
Okay, so
that's
different.
that's different
That's
though
different.
than other say if we're peers and you taking responsibility for me when I messed up.
Yeah.
And you just were on a team, or just like you gave the example of in sports. You didn't miss the tackle that allowed the other team to score.
True.
So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, yes, we need to do better as a collective, but that's also individual ownership of you didn't do your assignment appropriately, because we're all a part of an ecosystem, right? If I mess up or do something outside of that, it impacts the rest of the system. So you have to be able to take individual ownership for what you do and how it impacts others, not just saying, I'm taking for the whole squad.
Yeah.
Whoa, pause.
But let's say, let's go back to the football thing. If one of my teammates get to fighting with somebody from the other team, I'm going to throw a couple punches first and then try to, seem like I'm going to break it up, so for appearance sakes. And then I'm going to be like, hey, that's on me. That's on us. That's us all. You know what I'm saying?
That's still different than it's 4th and 1 at the goal line.
Somebody
and
else
you
fumble.
do your assignment appropriately and y'all fumble the ball.
And you can be like,
that's
hey, man,
not you.
That's my fault. We lost the game. I take ownership for that.
that.
You ain't had nothing to do with that.
That's true.
You ain't had nothing to do with that.
You the Jameis Winston of real life. Like you That's you, Dot. That's you.
Unwavering faith.
Right.
Trusting in the Lord.
Always.
The Jameis Winston of podcast.
That's T-Dot. That's T-Dot. Jay Win.
Listen, when you delete, like, say for instance, when Tom Brady used to lose games. When the Patriots used to lose games.
Yeah.
If it was the defense's fault, they would still blame it on the quarterback. It's the quarterback's fault. And then sometimes Bill Belichick would take the blame too.
But are you the quarterback? In every scenario, are you the quarterback?
In some situations, I am.
That's what I'm saying. So some situations you do take ownership because it's a hierarchy in all we do. If people report to you, they jack up. Obviously, you got to report out on that as the owner of this said thing. But if it is a team dynamic, everybody has their own individual responsibility within that. If you ain't mess up,
right. So you look at accountability rooted in acceptance of failure or mistake. And sometimes accountability is making sure he do what he's supposed to do
Right,
for the
right.
ecosystem. It's not necessarily taking ownership for his failure or the mistake. Sometimes it's like, hey, you tighten up.
Yeah, that's it.
Tighten up. You
Tighten
holding us
up.
back.
Fall in
Do
line.
your job. Fall in line.
Yeah.
That sometimes is what accountability looks like, even as a leader.
Yeah,
Being
yeah.
a leader is not necessarily, I just take ownership of every single
Right.
mistake that happens underneath me. Politically, in the office, yes, that's my team.
Right.
To some degree, I got to step up and say, this is what we're going to do to rectify. You know, these are things that we put in place to make sure it never happens again, etc. Ownership in that way. But then I still have to turn around and go to that person and
Yeah,
say,
you know you jacked up.
you
right?
know you effed up.
you know you
effed up.
right? Yeah.
Let's take a look at what happened, where it went wrong, what did you do,
Yeah,
how
sure,
to fix
sure.
it, whatever. That is accountability as well. So that
Right.
when you
It's
look at
twofold.
the terms of leader, it's not just something happened, I jump up and be like, it's my fault.
Yeah.
It fall on me, whatever. You don't have, that's not this.
You looking at it from a linear space, very top down, up down, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. Whereas it does, accountability goes both ways. Yes, I can get in front of leaders and be like, look, we messed up as a collective,
Right.
yada yada. But I'm also, as Mel said, turn around like, yo, I'm gonna slide this paper to you. I need you to sign it.
And as I
Because you messed up.
Yes.
well, listen, as I learned from Melvin history, I ain't signing nothing.
Nothing. And I don't sign them. I don't sign no write-ups. Y'all better stop signing write-ups. Stop signing them.
Well, either way, whether you sign it
They
or
gonna
not,
put it
it's
in your
going
file, but I'm
file.
saying I don't agree. So I'm not signing this paperwork.
What is the purpose of signing it though?
It's like
Accountability,
accountability.
a
It's
level
like
of
we
ownership.
acknowledging that we had this conversation and signing
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily mean I agree that I'm guilty, but it does acknowledge that to some degree I'm agreeing that we had this conversation and some
Right.
change needs to take place
Yes.
for the file. This creating a paper trail for HR to be able to fire me with,
Which is
Right.
accountability.
which is accountability in some degree. But I'm not about to sign this paper because I don't agree.
right.
And you can do what you want to do, but I'm not signing it because I don't agree. And the first time you do that to somebody, their response is always
Because they're not
used to that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They don't really know what to say. It's like a awkward silence for a couple seconds, and then they try to convince you to sign it. I'm like, I don't care what you say, I'm not signing it. So
What can HR?
Mm-hmm.
What can HR do if you don't sign?
Either way, it's going in your
It's
file.
going in your file
It's going to be
regardless.
documented that you're probably a disgruntled employee. And then you have although it's biased, you probably going to have a bullseye on your back
Yeah,
for the rest of your
which you
experience.
already have, which is why they give me the paperwork anyway. So to
So-
some degree, I have some type of bullseye.
But yeah, we got to document that. But yeah, T-Dot, you the Jameis Winston of podcasting, bro. You take on a lot.
Unwavering faith.
Unwavering faith.
Trusting in the Lord.
Always.
Well, listen, Jesus took on the accountability for all of us.
I'm not Jesus. I love you, Big G, but I ain't there yet. I ain't there yet.
I'm just trying to be more like my Savior. You feel me?
Hey, you do what you do.
You see what I'm talking about? Speaking about mixed theology.
Do you feel
that
me?
we talking about? Y'all saw that Jamie Foxx special?
Yes.
Yes,
on Netflix?
Yes.
Before we jump out the window, let me say
You
this
heard me,
right now.
Si?
I love that joint. Now, I loved it once I realized what it was. I thought it was supposed to be a stand-up comedy,
Right.
and it was not. It was more Netflix. When I saw, you know how Netflix, when they show like the advertisements for it, it has like the 3 words at the bottom of like to describe it,
Mm-hmm.
and it said storytelling. I was like, that's what it was. He told a story. It wasn't a comedy stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of a story told / testimonial. I told my wife it was like church with cuss words. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Church with curse words.
I don't know what kind of church y'all go to. But as Mel mentioned, the theology was extremely
Crazy, bro.
wild.
So tell me about that.
Crazy, bro. Look.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Look, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
How you? Because I'm gonna be on the outside.
I
kinda
got
on
you. Okay, so although I've always been a Jamie Foxx fan, so let's be clear.
And I'm still a Jamie
I've
Foxx
always
fan,
been a
by
Jamie
the way.
Foxx fan. Will remain a Jamie Foxx fan. He went through a lot, but with any kind of comedy, a comedian, everybody thought it was a comedy special.
Right,
He back.
right.
He about to get up here, do his thing, whatever. The storytelling, great, but I think the mixed theology came into place. Was for one, I firmly believe you can't bargain with God. Like it's not like Big G. If you get me through this, I'll never do X, Y, Z again. Nah, it don't work like that. You know what I mean? Now, granted, you can pivot and shift, and start living differently.
Mhm.
But that's not you can't bargain in that way. Like if you give me this, I'll do that, vice versa. It don't work like that. And just the internal belief that it's just amazing when we talk about faith and those kind of things, how even in his experience and his testimony in the special, because I felt like it was somewhat of a testimony.
Yeah.
Is the fact that the whole why me? Because he kept saying like, I'm Jamie F. and Foxx.
Yeah.
Why did this happen to me?
Who was you?
Got strokes every day.
But I think that was what he was
realization
explaining.
that
He was
untouchable.
realizing that he could be touched.
But let me ask you this though, Dot. You a believer?
Yes.
If you have any connection to the book that you read,
Okay.
everybody throughout the history of the book
Was touched.
in some way.
Yeah.
So how can I think that I am holier than thou or better than if I firmly believe and I have really I have competence and cognizance about what folks went through during that time?
Yeah.
Why would I not be untouchable? I mean, there's numerous scriptures that say there will be trials and tribulations throughout all. I mean, so
But that's what I'm saying. I think that's what he was getting to. He was getting to the point of him saying, I realize I am touchable.
I don't think he ever realized it. I don't think that came. I don't think
I
that
don't think
came
that
through.
came through on the
That did
message.
not come through. That did not come through.
Oh, that's what I got.
Because again, you the Jameis Winston. Like you want people to
Unwavering faith.
But no, because I mean, numerous times he was like, "Why me? Why did this happen to me? I'm Jamie Foxx." All this. And I understand that, but I think that is where, particularly people who claim to be believers struggle, because all it takes is one hiccup and niggas lose all faith in what's happening around them, like for real. So I think that for me, that's what the differentiation was in his approach and mixed theology.
Yes.
All
right.
And the fact too, like he was saying, I'm not to cut you off,
No,
man.
you
I'm
good.
sorry. He was just like how his sister prayed. He can't go right now. You know, I can't live without him.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. That's not how this works. Again, bargaining with God. You cannot do that.
I do think you can bargain with him.
Hannah
bargain with God.
Hannah bargained with
I've
God.
seen
for
instances in
Samuel.
the Bible where you can bargain, depending on what it is.
Gideon bargained
You can
with
bargain,
God.
but I get what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying as far as bargain, if you give me or do this for me, I will do XYZ for you. That's not Hannah that's not Hannah.
She said, if you give me a child, I will dedicate him to you.
Right, but that was also a part of building out the foundation of faith. That's an example of building out a foundation of faith. But Jamie pretty much was saying, why did this happen to me? If you get me through this, he didn't say I will do XYZ specifically as far as living right for you, doing right for you. He was like, if I stay alive and you can make people laugh, whatever. Like, what was that phrase he kept saying?
If I can laugh, I can get through.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
yeah.
that.
So like, nah, to me, it doesn't work that way.
I respect it. I guess for me, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. You know, because I'm the Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt because it's like I realized that in people's Christian journeys, they have to go through certain stages.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like, yes, he has experience in his faith, but now it's like the crash of realization, and now from here, it you can only trend upward. Because he hit rock bottom. So now he's only trending upward.
Yeah.
But how far he is on the trend, that's not for me to.
Of course
you know
not.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
of course not. Of course not.
The special is mid. Okay?
Mhm.
I'm gonna say it. I'm the only one I'm probably the only one saying that right now. The special was mid. Okay. I seen a bunch of people online praising it. And let me just say this 100%. Jamie Foxx has always been one of my favorite entertainers, period.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up wanting to be like Jamie Foxx. He could do it all. Sing, act, make people laugh, everything. I saw myself a lot in Jamie
In
Foxx
what
when I was
way?
like singing, making people laugh, that kind of thing. Like I used to, so a lot of my like joke wordplay style stuff came from like watching the Jamie Foxx show. Watching
he an amateur comedian, yo. He think he an
No,
amateur comedian.
he
for
said,
real.
yeah,
I've said that before.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
said
had
it.
flirted with the idea of doing stand-up comedy back in the day. So a lot of those,
Don't.
see, look at this.
Don't.
See, look. I said flirted with it. I didn't say I was gonna do it. But I'm saying, so I used to like look people like Jamie Foxx, Martin, you know, all those guys. Like I grew up watching Comedy View, all those things. So I've always been a fan of Jamie Foxx. Even when he started, you know, singing, crossed over to R&B and all that type of stuff, had all the unpredictable everything. Like I've been a Jamie Foxx fan. So when you know, obviously when we heard the story about him passing and everything, I'm not saying I knew him personally, but I was tapped into the story because I
Yeah.
follow him a lot. And so, you know, we all trying to figure out what's going on with him. We don't know. So
Sure.
when they start talking about the special, we like, oh, we about to finally figure out,
Yeah.
you know, the real, like what happened. And naturally so, because he's a comedian, actor, whatever, I'm going into it thinking I'm about to see a comedy
Right.
special.
Right.
Like
Right.
a stand-up. He always tells stories. So yes, he said storytelling, but he's always had a storytelling style to his comedy or
Yeah.
whatever it was. So that wasn't to me different. So once I saw like ain't nothing funny about this. Like there was nothing funny about
yeah.
anything.
Right.
Like even the impersonations, even some
Right.
of those were off. Not as best he usually does in the past, or whatever like that. Like I left extremely disappointed. Like I was glad to see him healthy, you know, moving around, getting back out there, being on stage. Like that was the best part about the special to me. Like all right, he back out. Like my man, my side. But as far as like everything else, I was like, yo, I just wasted an hour watching this joint because
A waste?
I wasted to me because of what I said.
was
the mix
expecting
the-
something different.
I was expecting something. I went into it expecting something different,
Right.
and it never arrived. But I don't think that my eyes ever opened to the lens that everybody else had because they more so in it being attached to the story,
Sure.
the emotional aspect of it, like almost dying and that being a revelation and going through the process of being carried out of that. Like there were a lot of tears, you know, in the audience and stuff like that. And I was, you know, watching Netflix at the crib. Like I waited a whole year and a half for you to tell me you had a stroke over a guitar, over a guitar in a slideshow presentation. I was upset.
Yeah.
I was like, you could have told me that last year. We could have got to these jokes or whatever. Was so like it was amazing. Like it was beautiful. His daughter coming out doing the guitar, them having that moment, like those type of things was dope.
Yeah.
But I feel like the totality of the special was crazy. And then when you mix in 2 minutes of scripture and praise and worship, and then after that you turn into Bernie Mac and you flip back into TD Jakes for 2 or 3 minutes to say a message, and then you jump out of that and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, it was all over the place. I'm like, what am I watching right now?
Yeah.
Other than him being in the moment and I guess being glad that he made it.
Yeah.
That's-
And that
that's
could
all-
have been
that's all, like,
therapeutic.
you know what I'm saying? It was
for him.
therapeutic for him.
But
Yes.
yeah.
It
So-
left me hanging in the balance. So
Right.
I thought the special was mid. And you know what I'm saying? I'm glad he's back outside, glad he's healthy, glad he had that moment, glad he got to share with his daughters, with his family and everything like that. I just felt like the special as a whole was trash.
What you said, he went from Bernie Mac to TD Jakes. I think that just shows the complexity of us as human beings. You know what I'm saying? Like we are a little mixture of everything. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't denying the fact that, hey, I got these jokes, but also I got this face side on the same level. I just admired once I realized what it was, because I was with you for a little bit. I was like, I haven't laughed in the last 10, 15 minutes, just so I haven't heard any laughs. But once I realized my man was just pouring his heart out, I was like, all right, I can rock with this.
Yeah, I would have maybe preferred if it was a documentary. And then
Now,
if
if they
it
labeled
was a
it,
documentary,
Right.
I would have
would've
been all over
fire.
that. I would have been.
That would have been fire.
But they marketed it as a stand-up,
As a stand-up,
as a
right.
stand-up set.
And,
so
I
that's
mean,
what I was
even-
expecting.
Even like when Tracy Morgan did his set after his accident and everything like that. I mean, he incorporated what happened with him.
Yeah.
But he told mad jokes.
He
So
got
again,
mad
I
jokes.
think the premise is a majority of people thought it was going to be a stand-up special.
Yeah.
That's not what it was, but he still had some good points with some varying thoughts and theology.
Yeah, because it kind of, when I was watching, it kind of reminded me of that Carmichael stand-up. Did y'all Othello? Not Othello.
I haven't seen a single Gerard Carmichael stand-up, so
He did a stand-up. It's on HBO. And it was like no jokes in that joint. It was just him on stage, just dumping stuff out of his brain. That's basically what it was. He had a couple laughs every now and then. He was interacting with the audience, like the audience was talking to him, having conversation. I was like, wait, what are we doing here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It kind of reminded me of that. And it also reminded me of Dave Chappelle's
George Floyd.
yeah, George Floyd. It reminded me of that. That's what it reminded me of, and I was like, "Is this where comedy is going nowadays?"
Yeah, I mean, I think comedy has shifted where there is more of a emotional range, including that people are really telling different types of stories. Because I mean, comedy they've always told stories,
right.
but different types of stories that tap into the emotional range. It's just not what was expected. That's all. That's all. I can say.
It just wasn't what I expected. So
Right.
trash in the sense of my expectation, not trash in the sense of
what he put out.
What he put out there in the production and stuff like that. That's to me. I was just disappointed.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying, if you look at the outfit that he wore compared to what Martin wore and his runtail, that is very similar.
Yeah.
In the tan leather with the gold chain. But when Martin did runtail that joint was
a
funny.
stand-up.
Right. That joint was funny.
comedy. Right.
I was on there.
But you can also tell too, he's not all the way physically there. Like,
for real?
I mean, yeah, you could definitely tell.
He was
like
moving a little slower.
Yeah, his mannerisms, like even when he was singing and stuff like that, you could tell that physically there's still something a little off, and a stroke will do that to you. So.
But he can sing still though.
He can still sing.
Yeah, I mean, if you got it, you got it. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You got it.
Those parts I did like because he usually always closes his comedy specials on the keys.
Yeah.
So that part, those parts I liked. But just my expectation was off.
He kept saying that people, after the special, people still gonna say that he a clone, and I was like, no, they won't. Sure enough, on TikTok, they talking about y'all see this line across the back of his head. It's TikTok. Where's his tattoo? Didn't he have a tattoo on the back of his head? I'm like, hey, y'all chill. It's not that serious. If you a celebrity, you can get tattoos removed.
Absolutely.
And his whole hair was fake. So.
Yeah, he had a lot of Beijing.
That had nothing to do with anything.
But so
that's what you got your hair out today.
I do.
He got the TD Jakes mini
Nah,
fro.
my boy walked in. I said, "No, hey, Lace."
You right.
When I walked in, I seen my boy. I say he got that Anthony Anderson.
Wait, the old Anthony Anderson?
He got the Law and Order Anthony.
Got that barbershop Anthony.
Wait, hold on. This ain't the
still in the ATM. Man.
No. This ain't the Duke starting 5. This ain't the Duke starting the 5. It's the Duke starting 5.
Got that Anthony Anderson.
No, it's the Duke starting 5.
He got the Anthony Anderson before Ozempic.
No,
he got the before Ozempic.
It's the Duke starting 5.
Who told you that?
Me. When I looked in the mirror. And I said,
Doc, when you gonna break that up?
Dude 35 got that.
When you gonna break that up?
Dude
Doc?
5 got that curl sponge. You got curl sponge that. You got.
That's the thing. He got
the.
I got the sponge, but
he got the blowout mini.
Mini blowout.
That got the blowout.
Y'all been holding that in the whole time, huh? Y'all been holding that in the whole time.
You brought it up. I just seen it.
Live your life, the blowout.
Live your life. You 40.
Hey, why not?
I'm almost 40. I don't care about nothing no more, bro.
Hey,
I'm telling you, whatever I get to the public, that's what they gonna get. I don't care how you feel about it.
I feel you.
I don't care how you feel about it.
Since we're in the same lane of of telling the truth and things of that nature, y'all see the thing about the girl who, and I talking about the Duke starting 5. You hear about the girl who came out and said she lied about the incidents about, I think it was like 2006. She came out and she said that she was, or back in the early 2000s, she said that she was raped at a Duke party.
Mm-hmm.
And she got a bag from that, didn't she?
I don't remember what she got from it, but I just remember the case was very popular because the players were from the lacrosse team.
Yeah.
And it was a big story. I remember it. And I think it was national news for a long time just because it involved some white students and a black, whatever, I don't want to label her as nothing, but I'll just say woman at the time. And, I think it's an unfortunate situation, honestly. I think anytime you're dealing with those type of things where there's false claims or whatever it is, I definitely think it makes it difficult for those who are dealing with something real and want to tell the truth and, and then see situations like this where some of their, I guess, fears would come true or manifest where it's like, is anyone going to believe me if I tell the truth? How are people going to feel about me? How they going to look at me or whatever? And you got some people out here that's just lying to lie because they know they can weaponize the system for whatever reason. And then it makes it, again, another situation where people are like, see, this is why I'm slow to believe what women say about these situations because of stuff like this.
Yeah.
So then you have that type of situation. But, I'm trying to be kind
Mhm.
about it, but I don't want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear that. If I'm one of those guys, it's 2024, 20
Yeah,
years
no
is
sorry
almost
is
past.
gonna-
No
Yeah,
sorry
yeah.
is gonna be good enough to
Yeah.
me. No matter what revelation you come to 20 years later, or how you feel now about wanting to take ownership of what happened and the truth, and that I don't want to hear that. I don't have.
I've
no,
already lost
like,
my reputation.
everything.
I lost my opportunity for a career. I lost I lost credibility with the people that I love. You know what I'm saying? And all because you decided
lied.
to lie. Yeah.
To avoid
Accountability.
Right. Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I think you what you said was spot on, Mel. It's unfortunate because it does hinder situations that are real and people are really impacted by these types of experiences and things that happen. So it's unfortunate because I believe what I recall about it, it did cause an uproar in that part of the state.
Mhm.
From a black and white side because obviously you got Central and other institutions there, that kind of thing. So it did cause an uproar within the city. I remember the 30 for 30 that was on it,
Yeah.
ESPN and stuff like that. So it's unfortunate. It's just not a good look. It's not a good look, and it does not help individuals who are actually victims of these types of situations.
Which is crazy, not to mention the men though. And I know we put a lot of focus on the women who it impacts, as it should be. But when you talk about just the fact that there's a small segment of women who know that they can weaponize the system in this way if they don't get their way,
Mm-hmm.
that is something. I don't say that all men fear, but that's a scary situation to be
Oh,
in.
yeah.
where
Oh, yeah,
someone
most
could just-
definitely.
Where, especially in the age that we live in now, of social media and quick media, where no one cares about facts. They care about
it's just-
headlines. They care about
yeah.
stories. And regardless of the situation you're in, for someone to just throw a claim out there, people just gonna grab it, snatch it, whatever, whether it's true, false. If it
Well, you're
comes out
guilty
that it's
based off
false
the
later.
claim, not the outcome.
Right,
of.
right.
And then even if it comes out later that she lied, there's always going to be someone somewhere that
Right.
remembers you for that
Yeah,
particular
yeah,
thing, or they bring
yeah.
it up, or it impacts whatever. That's a scary situation to be
Yeah.
in. And I don't really ever see justice for those who have been in that situation where they've been lied on,
Mm-hmm.
or it's been, because what happens to
Yes.
the person who
Yeah, yeah,
lied?
yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
everything's been taken away from me. I've lost my life, probably opportunities. I've been labeled as a male. Y'all know that's one of the worst things to be
Mhm.
labeled as, a child peddler or a R word.
Mhm.
And to have that thrown on me and I not participate in that at all, how do I live my day to day? That makes me a
Yeah,
target.
yeah.
Right.
I could have been outcast by my
Yeah.
friends and family, whatever it may be, and then you get to come out later because you have some type of revelation,
Revelation,
and
some
you
conviction. Yeah.
and you apologize,
Right.
So
So
and
you
then
can
we supposed to move on.
accuse outwardly and loudly, but apologize silently.
And I still got to live with it, but nothing happens to you
Mm-hmm.
other than these couple seconds where you get to tell your quote unquote truth or
Mhm.
the truth,
Right.
and then things move on. So I personally would like to see some type of ramification happen to these young ladies, or just people in general, not just the young lady. I'm saying young lady because that's a story, but those who lie in these
Mhm.
type of situations, I
Yeah.
feel like people would lie less if they knew that there was some type of consequence
Yeah.
associated with it. But
Yeah, because in that same vein, I'm not sure if y'all saw it, but Jonathan Major's ex-girlfriend dropped her claims. Now, the lawsuit.
yeah.
I think he's still held guilty as the to his previous to the legal there's a lawsuit, there's civil, and what's the other one?
Criminal.
Criminal. Yes, I think he's still held liable for his criminal assault. But the lawsuit that she had against him for defamation and for other stuff, she dropped it all.
Mm.
And I think it's partially because she realized she was in the wrong.
I doubt that.
She realized she can win.
Right. There's a difference. There's a difference.
I know. So if you in the wrong, you can't win.
Sometimes you can be in the wrong and win.
Anecdotal. I see this how died. He got such a pure
Good
heart,
heart.
yo. Like,
Unwavering faith.
like
Trusting
come
in the
on,
Lord.
Di. Come on, Di. Come on, Di.
But because of that, he lost everything, bro.
Yeah.
Like they said that he was his I still hadn't seen that the Ant-Man that he was in where he played Kang, but they said that like he had a phenomenal performance in that and it was gonna be a great moving forward. You know what I'm
it was
saying?
gonna be
Franchise and stuff
yeah.
like that. But now that's not even coming back. It's
He's gonna
like
get it back.
I think he can
He
too.
gonna get it back.
I think he can too.
He'll get it back.
And it was on the heels of Creed and all of that.
Yeah.
you know
On the
what I
heels of
mean?
Creed,
Yeah.
yep.
So, but I mean, did he really lose in some way? And obviously, he lost from a financial standpoint, opportunity standpoint, etc. But he bagged Megan out of the deal.
I knew you was gonna say that.
I'm just saying.
You can put that ring on it too.
Got him a strong black woman. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can tell the millennials. You can always tell the millennials, okay?
You know what I mean? So I mean, there's what Fantasia say. Sometimes you got to lose to win again.
That's true. That's true.
Tasia was in her bag with that one.
That's true.
Gotta put a ring on the finger and all types of stuff. Yeah. I bet you Megan's ex-husband, he's
Punching air.
straight Cuba Gooding Jr.
Straight punching air in the living room.
Well, you know, I don't know.
It was crazy how women change their minds so quickly about somebody because I don't know if it was last week or week before last, but I think the Shade Room, a baller, somebody like that posted a picture of Megan and Buffneck. They was walking down the street or something like that. Had just finished working out or was working out. And he had a shirt off, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, all the comments like, "Oh, I guess I was wrong about Mr. Majors. I see what's going on with Megan now. That ain't want no more jokes now. They was calling a nigga civil rights leader for 3 years, and they see him with his shirt off one time, and now he,
well, you know,
man of the year.
People are fickle. You know what I mean? Like they
People
go
are
with the ebbs and flows of life and what's popular and what. But yeah, the real struggle is that most people don't have the self-awareness and foundational understanding of much of anything.
Yes.
So that's just the unfortunate piece. So yeah.
Well, but along those lines, like just these cases coming out it makes me fearful for the kids coming up behind us. You know what I'm saying? Your kids and stuff like that. Because
Singular kid.
It makes
Singular.
I respect that. I respect that because you don't want to be responsible for something that ain't yours.
Hello. Accountability.
But it makes me concerned, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's a conversation that's not just held that you can't just have with one gender. You got to have it with both your male kids and your female kids to let them know, like, listen, the world don't care about you, and they will find a way to destroy you in various ways. So when you think something is kosher and something's all good, it can easily be turned against you.
For sure.
And that's why I'm safety whistle dot. See, y'all get on me. Y'all get on me about that. But I've seen some stuff happen before. Right
I'm
now.
You didn't
saying.
say height.
But
You
I
didn't
think
say
we've
college.
I think we've all either heard of a story like that,
Sure.
you know, witnessed it in the news or whatever. But yeah, cats got to be careful with that kind of stuff, man, because just because they say it's consensual, it can easily be
They
flipped.
can always change their mind later.
Yeah.
It always changes their mind. There's a TV show called Upload, and it's futuristic, so it's like, you know, years in the future. And part of I'm just trying to explain it, Lace, just in case some people don't understand what I'm talking about futuristic. Anyway,
What did I do? All I did was shake my head.
it was a condescending
Oh
shake,
my
and you know
God.
it was. Anyway, it's so in it, you know, they got the apps and stuff where people hook up, and basically their version of Tinder, this TV show's version of Tinder. And when they show up, it's going to get to this point nowadays where you have to do video of each other and say, I consent, and upload it to a cloud so you can have proof like this is something that was mutually consented upon as far as doing. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I don't got to worry about that. So
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
I was sitting up there worried, and I was like, but I ain't got to worry about that.
I'm gonna go on to the house.
But you
I'm gonna go on
you
to the house.
though, because we've seen people in marriages do that too.
That is true.
That's true.
So
That is true.
But I'm saying I don't got to worry about that.
Okay,
I'm talking about me.
Okay,
I can't talk about everybody else.
Yeah, I feel you.
Hey, before we get to this last segment, speaking of stuff in marriages, this ain't necessarily a marriage, but it's more so a relationship. I got to get y'all's. Draya Michelle,
Mm-hmm.
y'all hear about that?
About her getting evicted from the old boy's home.
Yes.
Yes.
So, okay, your ex is in your house
Mm-hmm.
that y'all used to live in, and not married, but your ex.
Mm-hmm.
and you let her live in there for a couple, and she got pregnant by another dude, and you let her live in there for a little while, and then you tell her she got to go, now you the bad guy.
He ain't the bad guy.
Say what?
He ain't the bad guy.
No.
In this situation, they're trying to make him
She's calling him the bad guy.
She's
No
trying
one
to-
else is calling him a bad guy.
she's trying to make
Everyone
him
else
out-
is telling her she need to get out that house.
I don't understand it, bro. Nowadays, your goodness will be evil spoken of.
Well, the backstory up to that is they had some type of verbal agreement where he was going to sell her the house, and he changed his mind about selling the house to
Which
her.
he can do.
Which he can do, because he was being petty about her new relationship situation. So she didn't want to leave the house because they
She
had
knew
the
he was
verbal
being
agreement.
petty.
She knew he was being petty, but they also had the verbal agreement that she could buy it, and she spent a lot of money renovating it under the understanding that he was going to eventually sell it to her. So that was her reason for not wanting to leave. Not because you my ex and I want to stay here. It was because from her viewpoint, you told me I could buy this house. I spent money on this house, and now because your name is on it, you telling me to leave. This
Which
is my
again,
house because
he
I mean,
has-
again,
yeah,
he can do.
He has every right.
I'm
to
just
do.
saying that's the reason why she wasn't leaving. It
Right.
wasn't because she was trying to be petty and just live in her ex house, whatever. It was because of the other stuff around it. And the only reason he wants her to get out is because he's being petty about this relationship situation.
Again, you got
which
to
he can
look
do.
at who you
I
making
mean,
business deals with. Like that's just what it is. If you leasing something and you decide to make renovations, as the owner, I can be like, I appreciate it, but I mean, you chose.
Yeah,
that,
I mean,
so
yes,
That's true. That's true.
different, though.
That's true.
I think it's
Yeah, I
different.
mean, there's some nuance to it, but it's really the same thing.
It's
I'm
the
allowing
same
you to stay in
concept.
my space. If you choose to renovate it, although we may have had a verbal agreement, anybody can change their mind.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying anyone could. I'm just saying renting. When you go into an apartment, you know you're renting this space. We
Right,
already know
right,
that.
right,
I know
yeah,
I'm here
yeah.
temporarily. That'd be different if they was like they gave you a rent to own agreement. Like you rented to own this thing, and then they come back and change their mind after you done all the. They come in the house to see that you done fixed it, and then like, you know what? I don't think that rent to own
It's gonna work out.
it's gonna work
no
out for
more.
me right now. You
Right,
know,
yeah.
I
Well,
appreciate it. You sitting there like, after I done increased the value
Hey.
on this house, and
Yeah.
everything, now you gonna take it away. That's the situation it's in. But my type of nigga be petty. That's my I'm petty.
Oh
That's my
my
way.
gosh.
Yeah.
So you and your baby, you
Hey.
and your illegitimate child, pack your stuff up.
Yeah.
Your new
You
man,
gotta
I heard, got a little bit of money. Let him figure it out. Give me my house back.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's the biggest part right there. Is like I got another man. You know what I'm saying? Well, not me, but her in this situation, she got somebody else that she can depend upon. Why is she leaning upon?
and that's the problem. We as people are too dependent on others.
She got money.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Like, you can get a
that's
house.
another thing. She do got money.
Yeah,
You're
you
right.
can-
You're right.
you
She
can
got
get a
her own
house.
money.
Got money.
You can get a house.
And so leave.
Right.
That'd be my thing. If you got it like that,
Leave.
boss up.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on
Everybody
out there,
wanna
handle
be
it
a
yourself.
boss.
Yeah,
Everybody
everybody
wanna
want
be a
to, go on out there. Do it then.
Yeah. Do it, sis.
You making it happen? Go
Yeah.
ahead, baby.
That is a good point.
Come on now.
You want to be a boss
Until you gotta do what
until
bosses
you
do.
get faced.
Come on now.
Hey,
Go on out there and handle it. You
Real
you
rap.
learn, you got played. You done played some folks before.
you
Now it's
know
your
what I feel-
turn.
Hey, you feel me?
You got caught up. Took the
It
L.
all comes around.
Move on.
It all comes around.
It all comes around.
all comes
Hey,
around.
Man, shout out Tyrod for that, man.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I shout out to him the fact that he let her stay that long after the kids and all
Well,
that.
he
type
won't
of
letting
stuff.
her do nothing. He had been trying to get her out.
Oh, I did
but
not know
couldn't.
that part.
And it was taking him a long time to go through the process. So he tried to be amenable about it at first and just ask her to leave, and
Right.
she wouldn't leave. So then he'd been trying to go through this process to get her up out of there. This has been ongoing for a long time, and she just been in the house.
Mm.
Your new man got a bag. Let him take
Hey.
care of it. I see y'all on Rodeo and everything
You know what I'm
else,
saying?
all up on the internets. That'd be
On
me.
the people's Googles and
Yeah,
stuff.
he said, yeah. Courtside want to stay in my house. No,
Right.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
yourself together.
I
Come
feel
on
it.
now.
I feel
No,
it.
hell no.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up, fellas.
now.
Christmas is coming up.
We
Hey,
here,
we
man.
on-
Christmas-
We on it.
Christmas is coming up. Y'all got 2 weeks to get y'all stuff together.
Get it right.
You got 2 weeks to get your stuff together. Now, when we was at Father's Day, we let y'all know the things not to get men for Christmas. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now we're gonna hit you with a list of what to get a man for Christmas this upcoming Christmas
And
season.
what not to get.
And what not to get. I'm gonna throw some what not to get.
Yeah, I'm
I
with the
got
what
to.
nots. Yeah, I'm with the what nots.
Y'all, what y'all want to do first? The whats or the what nots?
I mean, we could do both because
Yeah.
last time we did whatnots.
No,
all
which
the
one
way-
we'll do first?
We'll do the whatnots first.
Kick it off, Mel. What
We'll
not?
do whatnots first. First of all, don't give me nothing I need.
I disagree.
Let's start with that.
Wait.
That's
Yeah.
number one.
It depends on what you're talking about.
No. See, I knew you was gonna do that. Don't get me
Unwavering
nothing
faith.
I need
Yeah.
as a Christmas gift.
What are you talking about?
So if you seen, and here's my reason why I say that, because if you seen that I've needed it,
Why didn't you?
why'd
Just
you
get it?
wait
It's
until
too
Christmas
That's
to give it to me?
Right. Right.
Don't give me nothing I need
Yeah.
for Christmas.
So I can't the socks and the wife beaters.
No. If you know I needed socks, if you've been watching my armpit stain on my beaters
Yeah.
all year, and you wait till Christmas to give me
Right.
some beaters,
Right.
no, that's lazy. No thought put into that at all. I feel like those are some of the least thoughtful gifts ever. Don't get me nothing. It's cool. Some people gonna disagree. Pay my rent, pay a bill, whatever. If they do that, cool. But you knew I needed my bills paid all year.
Right.
Don't wait till Christmas to give it to me because you don't want to put no thought into getting me no gift.
Listen, I take some quarter-inch socks.
I know you will.
I take some church socks. I take some wife beaters and some white tees. I'll take that.
Don't give me nothing I need for Christmas.
But let that be extra. That's not my main.
Let me put it in T-Dot's language. Those are stocking stuffers.
Right.
Yes.
Don't wrap up no socks
drawers.
and give it
Don't
that
wrap
drawers.
no drawers.
Don't wrap up no drawers.
Don't put no bow on no
Hey,
drawers.
give it
They
to me.
actually can be exposed when you hand them to me. To
Yeah,
be quite
just
honest
hand
with
it to me. Be like, hey, TJ Maxx had a little something.
You know what I mean?
The Max had a little something.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna hand it to you. Don't give me nothing I need for Christmas.
All right. So what else?
That's number one.
What else do we not want for Christmas?
Any sets that's on the table at a department store.
Right. So again, that goes
Oh,
back. That
yeah,
goes
yeah.
back to.
A kid.
Nah, I don't know. Some of
No,
them sets
no,
be. Some of
No,
them- You don't want a bourbon. You don't want a bourbon maker. You don't want
Don't give me no set. If it's a set
golf
on the table,
kit. A golf kit for you in
if
the
it's a
bathroom.
set on the table, it has got a stand-up sign that sit like this, saying
Yeah.
what the price is. Don't give me nothing off that table.
I got you.
You don't want you don't want the fingernail clippers?
No. Don't give me no man box kit thing that you didn't see.
Yeah, no Dove Christmas kit.
Yeah.
None of that.
Yeah, Old Spice Christmas
No,
kit.
a
Yeah.
cookware kit. No. It's gonna have an apron and a burger flipping. No,
Yeah.
I don't want.
You don't want no grill kit, no grill
No,
kit, no none of that.
no grill kit.
Essentially, put some thought behind it.
Yes.
Put some thought behind whatever you get. Don't get me just what is the bare minimum, if you
Yes.
will. Yeah, bare minimum.
Don't give me meeting the requirement gifts.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's two.
I'd rather have no gifts.
I'd rather have no
don't
gifts
give me
than to
nothing.
get
But
a
that's-
set or something that's
That's once again, that's a stocking stuffer though. That's not the main gift. You could put it in the stocking though. Cause I can use some extra, fingernail clippers I could put in my, my travel bag and
How
have
many
one in the
fingernail
crib.
clippers you need?
Right. How many?
How many you need?
How many more socks you need?
Yeah.
How many more underwear?
How
you need?
many burger flippers I need?
Right.
I got a couple already.
All right, I'll give you that one.
What about you, Dot? No, what not?
What I don't want for Christmas. For me, I'm one of those type of people. I'm a gift. My love language is gift. I love to give and I love to receive a gift.
Mhm.
So if anybody gives me anything, I'm just happy.
Gifts is my love language as well.
But you're particular about your gifts though.
Yeah, because people whose love language is gifts, they actually put thought into the gifts. So it's not just that you're giving me something. It's that you put thought into what you gave me.
True.
So I can accept a gift. Like if someone gives me something, I'll accept it. But, I also have the belief, which I know this is not a popular belief, I don't have to be grateful for what somebody gives me.
My God.
And I'll explain what I mean by that. Because I know, look, I saw how y'all went
My
back.
God.
Y'all went back in y'all seat. If you ask me what I want for Christmas and I give you a list and you show up with nothing on my list, or you get halfway close to what I asked for but not quite, and then you give it to me, I don't have to be thankful for those gifts. I'll say thankful. I'll say thank you. I'll say thank you, but I don't have to be thankful for those gifts because you didn't meet the requirement. Okay,
Yeah.
You asked me what I wanted directly, told you what I wanted, you gave me whatever you wanted to get me, and then kind of just got upset in my response. Was like, just be grateful. I don't have to just be grateful.
Mm-hmm.
If you gave me something and didn't ask my input, like I don't know, hey man, I was thinking about you, pick this up for you. I will take that. I'll say thank you. I'm grateful. You didn't have to do that for me.
Mm-hmm.
But once you include me in the conversation,
Yeah.
I don't got to be grateful for what you bring back.
So that I understand. You set a precedence. You said, "Hey, I want this."
Based on you asking me,
right? But
I didn't just come and demand and say, "Get me this," and then when you couldn't do it, I got mad. You said, "What do you want?"
Right.
And I gave it to you, and then you was like, "Well, I ain't gonna get that. I'm gonna get blank." And then you come to me on some just be grateful that I bought you anything type attitude. No,
I will say that I've had to learn that the hard way. Yeah, I had to learn that the hard way because someone would ask me for X, but I get the great value version of X.
Jesus.
Because it works regardless of, and when I say great value, I don't really mean great value, but I'm just saying like I got the alternative version of that and it works just
so
the
instead
same.
of buying Uggs, you bought some
pugs.
Right.
So yeah, that's when I had to learn.
Yeah,
that.
what May say is the thought that count. Well, think better. Think better. So top 10 worst gifts for men. Just a quick Google search. Hair treatment. Whatever
what you
that
mean, hair
is.
treatment?
It says a hairline. So any kind of hair treatment to restore your hairline.
Okay.
Type situation.
Yeah,
Gym membership.
First of all, these things are insinuating stuff.
Right.
First of all,
that's what I'm saying.
insinuating you going bald
and you need to work out.
A hair trimmer, a shaving kit, a vacuum, self-help books.
What type of vacuum?
Like a vacuum cleaner.
Oh, okay.
Them car vacuum cleaners, I don't need that. I just because I go to.
I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, because I just
right.
I
so
just
gadgets.
I just
like
go,
gadgets.
Yeah,
It's gadgets.
Yeah.
It says the worst gift is socks. So that
You was already
Yeah, see,
you
socks
can
is
have
terrible.
the worst gift.
Well, here's the thing. I grew up getting socks for Christmas.
We know from your grandma.
Yes, from my grandma. And so it's just the part of the package. And I'm thankful for it.
Because it comes from her.
But
You're
that
not
has
thankful for the
nostalgia.
socks.
It has
You
a
just
certain
grateful
nostalgia.
that your grandma giving you socks.
Right.
It's more about your grandma than it is the socks.
Maybe.
Because the socks wouldn't hit the same if somebody else gave you the socks.
First of all, don't psychoanalyze me right now on the podcast.
I'm just saying,
because
that's
We
just
know what your
what
grandma
it is.
means to
I
you.
never thought
We know
about
what your
that.
grandma
and
means to
I
you.
never thought about that until you just now mentioned it, and I don't like it.
So additionally, shaving kits, underwear, cologne, coupons.
Cologne
gift
might be
cards.
all right.
I'll
take cologne.
I want cologne.
I'll take cologne.
Because here's the thing, I don't wear cologne, but my wife likes cologne. So if you like cologne, find the hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
That's a whole nother
That is
conversation,
right
bro.
there, yeah.
Go ahead, finish it though.
Because it's been a couple times where I would I don't like cologne, I don't wear cologne, but I have it. So I wear it every once in a while.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So when I say I don't wear it, it just means I don't wear the ones that I have at all. You know what I'm saying? But on special occasions, I might put it on. Hold on, listen. On special occasions, I might put it on, and she's like, you smell good. All right, bet. You like that I smell good. I'm cool with the Old Spice that I got on that makes me smell good. You know what I'm
Why
saying?
do you wear Old
Spice
Spice?
deodorant to begin
Because it
with.
smells great.
It don't work.
It don't work.
It works for me. Oh, I figured the trick too.
The trick to
Yes, I figured the trick. Some 10, 20, 30 episodes ago, I was like, hey guys, what deodorants do y'all use? And y'all was like, just use spray on. And I was like, I can't do that. My body responds differently. I learned that I just got to trim my armpit hairs, and deodorant works now. It's a fact because it's a fact because listen, hair holds odor. Hey man, get up out of here, man. Let's get up on out of here, bro. We ain't even doing the top 10 list this year. I don't care. I don't care about going viral. I don't care about none of this stuff no more. I don't want to do podcasting no more. Even after I said I do this for free.
So you walking around sweaty and stank, and then you came to the realization hair holds odor?
Hair holds odor, and it also causes odor. And so therefore, my doctor friend was like, hey, because I asked them the same question that I asked y'all. What deodorant y'all use? my deodorant is not seem to be working. He was like, bro, have you cut your armpit hair? I said, no, I haven't. He said, do that. I did it, bro. It is a game changer. It's a game changer. Cut my armpit hairs, use my Old Spice, and now I'm walking around smelling like
a 75-year-old white man. God, dog.
No, they got the Old Spice for the young cats nowadays.
Old Spice for young cats.
That
That's like Axe body spray.
They do.
Axe and
like
Old
people-
Spice in the same category.
Old Spice cracking is off the chain,
It is
bro.
not. That mess
If
stink,
you're 66.
bruh. Right.
No, it's not. It smells good.
No, it does not. It does not. You like them people too that be wearing that all body deodorant. You like you might have some all body
Axe.
deodorant. You know how they be marketing
high
that
school,
now?
same category.
In high school, I used to wear
Yeah, all
that.
that. Nah,
Yeah,
that
I-
mess stink.
Don't-
bruh.
it don't even
That
work.
is putting-
In high school,
that
I
is
don't
putting
work, bro.
But I don't do it no
Smell
more.
over funk. That does not
Yes.
go well.
I don't want to do this no more.
We supposed to be talking about gifts.
Right. And you over here giving a freaking
a
shave your armpit hair.
hygiene tutorial. Yes.
that you learned at 40. Everybody know that. Everybody know that. Everybody know that.
First of all,
game changer. Game changer. Okay.
I can't stand you, bro. I cannot stand
Game
you.
changer.
I can't stand you. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't say that.
You did.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did. Did he say that? Did he say that?
I don't like y'all, bro.
Game changer. Okay.
I can't stand y'all.
Unwavering faith.
Unwavering.
Trusting in the Lord.
Game changer.
Yo.
Oh my
Bruh,
god.
I needed that laugh, dog. I needed that, bro.
I will take some cologne.
Yeah.
I will definitely take cologne.
I will take some
I'm just
cologne.
telling you what the list says. I don't mind taking, but there's not there's not a lot of thought behind cologne because it's just like unless you have a specific brand or scent that you like, but it's not a lot of. I'm just gonna buy some cologne and keep it pushing.
I will take a electronic gadget. I know we said something about gadgets earlier, but you know, if you got like if you give me something for my video game or you give me something for my computer, you know, something that works for that, like that's what's up. I'll take that. I'll take an electronic. And I actually had to learn that a lot of people don't like electronics. Just me, I guess, because I'm a techie and of some sort. So I'll take an electronic. The thing is, though, I don't ask for electronics because they just be so expensive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I just be like, I don't want to. And that's my problem with Christmas is that when people ask me what I want, everything that I want, I consider,
It's expensive.
it's expensive, yeah, and I consider it extravagant.
Right.
So I'm just like, I don't want to put that on you. So go ahead and grab them socks
That's what
for
I do.
me.
Depending on what it is, because I know I'm like you. I like tech.
Mhm.
And tech is expensive, so I don't be trying to make the requirement tech whatever it is. So I kind of stay open ended like with it. So, but just don't buy me nothing stupid. Like don't buy me nothing I need, bro.
I feel it.
Just give it to me if you know I need it. Why you wait till Christmas?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's
Why
all.
did you wait till Christmas? And that's the problem with us getting older too. What is it? What can you get me for Christmas?
Right.
Because
like,
now,
I'm cool.
because now, whenever I want something, I either
go
go on
buy it.
Amazon or I ride by Target on the way to the crib from
Mhm.
work. You know what I'm saying? And I pick it up and I take it. You know what I'm saying? So we don't give an opportunity for people to give us stuff because we buy it for ourselves, and so then it turns into the stuff that you need. That's the reason why people buy that.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Man, we over time. I'm sick of this podcast. sick of this podcast.
We didn't tell them what to get. So look, real simple. This is easy. Y'all be asking what to get. It's not that hard. What do they like?
Yeah.
What do they like?
Right.
What does your person like?
Mm-hmm,
Buy what they like.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hear women's particularly, they know what we like, but they don't want to buy it because they don't want to seem repetitive. They don't want to seem like, well, I got that last time. Why? So I don't want to get that this time. I know he likes it, but I don't want to keep getting the same thing over and over. I like shoes. If I got a pair of J's every time a special occasion came around, I'm not going to be mad because I like shoes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
like watches, you're not going to be mad if somebody gets you a watch that's in your interest, no matter your special occasion. You're not going to get tired of getting what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So what do they like? You sitting there trying to figure out what it is for you. Then you turn it into a thing that's about you. You trying to do what's best for you. What do they like? It's not about how you feel about what they like. What do they like?
Yeah.
That simplifies this whole
For
process.
sure. It simplifies it. And I think you hit the nail on the head. Know your person.
Right.
Know your person.
And if you don't, this is why you struggle with certain aspects of what to get this person during this season and that type of thing. No, you got to know their likes. Know their likes. And if their likes have changed, that's the thing too. Likes change.
Likes change.
So how do you know? How do you stay mindful and cognizant of that?
One thing that I just thought about, like, if you want to, if you go to one of those TJ Maxx, Burlington Co factories, and you see the gifts for him type thing, and one of them is a glass, you know what I'm saying, a drinking glass. Well, give me something to drink with the glass. Don't just give me the glass. Give me the expensive bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like that would. It was like, oh, I ain't never had this before. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be something if you really want to, you know, if they take interest in this, if they
yeah, I mean, like even if it's more so like a personalized decanter, like something that you know what I mean that can be elevated. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Shoes are good. If it's a nice cologne, that's nice. If you got me a nice bourbon or a whiskey or something like that, whatever you drink, you know what I'm saying, that would be cool. Electronics are always good, you know what I'm saying. You just got to be willing to spend that.
Sports tickets.
Oh man, all kind of
event tickets, an outing, activity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like golf, buy them a gift card to the course or something like that. Send them out somewhere. All that stuff works.
All of that.
Especially if you live in a big city that has teams and stuff like that, and you know that he watches the games on TV and stuff like that. Give him a ticket to go see the game.
He ain't got a jersey of his favorite sports team. Jerseys out here.
Yeah.
Custom ones. You can go make a custom jersey, put his own last name on it, whatever it may be.
That's
all
true.
type of stuff you can do.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. You see, they don't be caring about us. That's the problem. You don't care enough. That's why you don't know what to buy. They ain't put no thought into it. Nobody care about us. So then they don't know what to get us.
Yeah.
That's why you confused. Get your care game up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Care.
And with that being said,
unwavering faith. Trusting in the Lord.
It's your boy T. Roy, Life Coach Lace, Melly Mel. It's the Manly D's podcast.
We out. My boy, the Jameis of podcast.
Yes.
I ain't never heard that before.